All right, BD family, let's dive right into it. Welcome to another edition of Webinar Wednesday, tips to help grow your online community. As always, it's always great to be with everyone here in the webinars, especially when we see some new names and faces. If this is your very first time joining us for Webinar Wednesday, welcome. I am Jason there on the left, and we're lucky to be joined by David Rockland, the digital strategist here at Brilliant Directories. David, thanks for taking the time to join us today.
Hey everybody, glad to be back with you for another Webinar Wednesday. We have a great tip of the week coming up, very actionable and more of a how-to tip. So very excited for that.
I always like to mention, I do see some new names and faces out there. If you're not already part of our friendly Facebook group, you can head on over to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. It'll redirect you to the Brilliant Directories Facebook page and just click on the blue join button. It's a great way to keep the conversations going in between Webinar Wednesdays. Yesterday especially was an uber busy day for discussions, created lots of great questions, and also a lot of people sharing their websites, asking for feedback on landing pages and their homepage and things like that. So it's great to see everyone helping each other there. So yeah, brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. We definitely look forward to seeing you there. And I always like to just quickly cover some of the reasons and purposes we started Webinar Wednesday. We're over 120 episodes in. It's become a great channel for us to kind of share some of the newer features that are baked into the platform to help you leverage and grow your online community a bit quicker. So we'll talk about things on how to kind of increase traffic, converting visitors into subscribers or members, and actually we're going to talk about that in the tip of the week today, and also ways to improve the website navigation through some of the design settings and menu settings available. So if you have questions on any of these topics or anything related to your membership website, we'll try to get to as many questions as possible in this webinar. All right, and we have a small handful of BD Lab updates to share. The previous webinar, we had quite a few lab updates. There are three here that are most notable. We actually did mention a couple of them in the Facebook group, but now I can actually demo them since they are live for everyone. We could demo it here on the webinar. And the first one will start at the top of the list here. It is an extension of the members only add-on. We see a lot in the Facebook group. People say, how can I make the writer review page for my members members only? So it's not public, you have to register in order to write a review for a member. Or how do you just protect the profile page of your members? Previously, these settings were in the edit post settings area, and they were pretty broad, and they affected all the membership plans on your site. However, what we've done is we've actually moved these, and I'll show you in just a moment. We've moved these members only settings that are for your members listing pages and their write me a review page. We've moved them to the individual membership plan. So on a per membership plan basis, you can choose several things that should be members only in order to access them with regard to viewing your members. So let's take a look at this now. We do have a sample site here. So let's go to our membership plans. And we do have some sample membership plans here. We have one member in this membership plan 1. Let's actually go to their profile page. So it's a sample member here, and we'll just view their live profile. I'm actually going to open two more pages for this member, the send message page and also the write a review page. So we can see all of these are public right now. This is contact sample member, write a review for sample member. So previously it would be a blanket setting for all the membership plans in the edit post settings area. That would be under edit post settings here. It's not there any longer. So if we want to lock down or make these membership plan members pages members only, saying member a lot there, we can restrict it now in the membership plan setting. So let's edit membership plan 1. And this is going to be under the top tab here called search visibility. How visible are they on the public website? And what you see here now is this members only access setting. And when we hover over here, we have three options. we can protect the profile page, protect the contact page where you send them a message, or you can also choose, you don't have to do all three of them, you can choose to protect the write a review page. And I'll go ahead and save the changes. And if I try to access now members of this membership plan's pages for those three respective items, I'll just refresh this page. I'm not logged in. And we get this content is for members only, text label and things like that. We'll go to the send message page. We'll see the same message and the write a review page. Most commonly, what we've been seeing in the Facebook group is the write a review page and in the support tickets, but obviously you now have the option to lock down all of them. If I am logged in as a member of any membership plan, I would then be able to access these pages once again. So again, this is with the members only add-on. If you don't have this add-on, I will share a link in the chat here for everyone. It basically allows you to create protected access for certain areas of your site. In this example, it was the members profile pages and their related pages. Okay, this next one, I'm actually pretty excited for this one. It's an additional design setting that's available for your homepage streaming section. So you might be displaying your recent members on the homepage, maybe some blog articles, a small handful of content, maybe some custom content. What you have now are additional spacing options for your homepage sections, and I'll show you exactly what we mean there. It seems like it's a seemingly small update, but I think it's going to add a lot of design power for you. So let's head on over to the design settings. Okay, great. So this is with regard to the homepage tab at the top and the middle section here, the additional sections on the homepage. Prior to this, you could choose a background color for your homepage section. So we have like a hero divider, streaming blog articles, streaming members. What you have now are top spacing and bottom spacing, and you can just choose default. Default is basically 40 pixels top and 40 pixels bottom, giving it ample spacing to the section next to it. And actually, let's take a look at what this site's streaming set, and then we can add some additional padding and see what that looks like. So we can see here pretty standard. Here's with the background color. And what this is going to allow you to do is there are some cases where some of these ending elements add some additional padding sometimes. You can really get this pixel perfect now. So if you need to add, 1, 5, 10 additional pixels of padding, you can certainly do so. But what's really cool about this is you can add a lot of padding to sections that you want to be more stand out or be more prominent. So let's actually, for the about website and join offer, let's actually add like 150 to the top and bottom padding, and we'll save the changes. And that's here. We could see there's just 40 on the top and 40 on the bottom, standard. And we'll go ahead and refresh this. And we can see here that now it kind of adds more padding so it could be a bit more prominent. I'll show you one more example using custom content, which could be helpful. We can add a new section and we'll do custom content 1, that's fine. And let's actually move this up here and let's add 200 and 200, and we'll edit the settings and we'll add a pre-made block in here just real quick. And we'll go ahead and save those changes. Let's just take a look at that for now. Here we can see here, I added 200, it's a lot, but you can see as you scroll down, whatever's here is really going to grab your attention. It could be a form to fill out, it could be calls to action with buttons. All right, and this next one we did mention in the Facebook group. If you're using the side-by-side pricing menu on your site, there's now a method to showcase or highlight or make one of the plans stand out a bit more than the other plans. You can highlight a plan. I can show you how you can edit that and a couple more tips and tricks regarding that as well. So I do have a page I made on this site that has the side-by-side pricing page. and it's right here. Let's go ahead and edit this page first. So what we have here is the menu, pricing menu, and we'll go ahead and visit the page. And we can see here, we do have a plan that is standing out here, and I can go ahead, for those of you who weren't in the Facebook group and saw this, I could show you how we can do this. So the first place we want to go is to the menu manager. This is a pricing menu, as we call it. And if you don't already have it customized, you can go to default menus and you'll want to customize the side-by-side pricing menu. Once you do that, I'll click on edit here. You'll have it, you can start editing it. You can add, your plan names, changing the price, the features and benefits that you're going to list. And what you can do if you want to showcase one of them, you can see here, you can toggle the children of the parent. So this is the title, and these are sub-children of the plan one. What you can do is the one you want to highlight, in this case, we're highlighting the plan two, toggle open these settings, and you really just need to add the word showcase in here. That is the class that is going to highlight this level. So let's actually remove showcase and do a kind of before and after here together. And we'll refresh this here. And we can see now it's reverted down to its normal size. It's taken its shrinking mushrooms like Alice and it's gone down. So let's give it its Alice mushrooms here to get larger. We're going to add the word showcase. And we're going to see it expand. So this is a great way to kind of add a little more pop to the pages. It's really nothing fancy. It's using like a scaling up class to make this happen. And you guys might be noticing I've added kind of like a background color to this plan as well. There is another kind of insider tip here. You can, again, to the title, the name of it, to the menu item class, you can add things like BG danger, that's background danger. There's actually a few of them you can add. It could be warning or success. These correspond to the button colors that you've defined in your design settings. There's one for info and there's for default as well. Let's change it from danger to success. And you just need to do it on the menu item that is the title one. So let's do BG success. And we can see here that the color has turned to green, which is the success button color that we have in our design settings, is this same green. So those are a couple tips and tricks there for the side-by-side pricing menu. If you want to highlight a plan, add showcase. And if you want to add extra background color, you can use BG hyphen, and then success is usually good, or danger, it adds a red, depending on your color themes. Okay, coming soon. I'm actually pretty excited about this one. We tried to hit the mark to have this released in August, so it seems like it's going to be in September, and I'm going to make a promise to everyone it won't be past this month, but we're going to have a new add-on that's going to unlock 25 new pre-made elements that you can drag and drop into the web page builder. We're going to have 7 call to action blocks, 7 feature list blocks, 5 team page blocks, and 9 general content blocks to kick things off. So super excited about that, and I will definitely keep you guys posted. And if anything is released in advance prior to the webinar, of course, we will mention it in the Facebook group. The next one here is related to creating support tickets. As some of you know, we've created the ability to create support tickets from the admin area, so you don't have to directly email support@brilliantdirectories.com, nor do you need to actually create and register an account in our official support portal. We've integrated it all into the admin area. Originally, we did a quick update. You could send messages and submit tickets, but it was lacking the ability to attach files and images when you're creating a support ticket, which of course are incredibly helpful when you're trying to communicate issues or have questions for our team and you're trying to point something out. So I do have a preview of what that's going to look at like when it's going to be available. So I'll toggle that here. I believe it's here. So yeah, when you're in the View My Websites dashboard, you also have View My Tickets and Create a New Ticket. And of course, this is all what we're used to. Oh, and there will be a small toolbar option so you can add like bold and italics to your ticket as well. So we'll just create a ticket together. Sample page, ticket subject, we'll do sample ticket. Oops. And we'll just put some text in here. Doesn't really matter what it is. And now we have this attachments area. And what you can do is you can drag files directly into this box here, or you can toggle it open. You can highlight your screenshots or images or PDFs, and it will attach it. We can see here it says 4 files selected, and then I'll say create support ticket. And it's just going to process submitting the support ticket. And then it will take me to the thread of where that support ticket is. And we can see here, here's what I created as my support ticket with links to my attachments for reference. And even when you reply to the support team, you will also be able to select files as you maintain the discussion with the support team to help resolve your issue. So definitely that's going to help with communication between the BD community and our support team. We always want to try to help you guys the best we can, and this is just another step in that direction. So we're looking for this to be released in the next couple weeks, so that should be a September release as well. All right, and as usual, there's just tons of ongoing updates. You know, I always mention the things that are tangible, we can see and touch, but there's lots of optimizations to make things faster, easier to use, more stable, and of course, more awesome. And the biggest thing is thank you guys for, you know, staying connected to our support team, the suggestions you provide in the Facebook group. A lot of the updates that we actually end up pushing out are from your feedback and suggestions. So big heart and thank you to you guys there. All right, let's take a dive into this week's tip of the week. This one's going to be how to create landing pages to download your ebooks and other white papers and resources. David and I were chatting about this topic earlier this week, and we thought it would be a good one to cover. It comes up quite often. You know, how do I create a landing page to download an ebook? Very common request, and you can certainly do that on the BD platform. So David, if it's okay with you, may I pass it over and we can dive into the tip of the week?
Absolutely. So we figured we'd start off really basic from the foundation and talk about what a landing page actually is in case you're brand new to managing or building your website. It's essentially a static standalone web page that's been created specifically for a marketing or advertising campaign. And so this page is where your visitors will land after they click on a link directing them to that page in maybe a marketing email, an online ad, maybe one of your posts on social media, something like that. And so this landing page is designed for a single specific focus or goal. You might have multiple call to actions on the landing page, but they're all focused on a specific action that you want the visitor to take on the landing page. So in this presentation, we'll talk about how to create a landing page specifically for downloading an ebook or any other downloadable resources that you want to provide your visitors, and how to capture their information so that you can market to them or contact them in the future.
And really with that, what we're trying to do is we're trying to capture an email address. So again, we can remarket to them in the future. And usually things like ebooks are a way to get your foot in the door with people who are potentially interested in what you're offering or what your community is about. So everyone should have on their website, usually everyone should have at least 1 to 3 what's called a lead magnet, something to attract people to something that they don't have to pay for. They just have to exchange an email address. We've probably all done this at some point browsing the internet, but a lead magnet is a really great way to get people into the top funnel of your sales process or your onboarding process for potential members. So keep that in mind as we're going through these slides.
That's right. That's a great segue into just a few of the more general benefits of landing pages. Because they are so specific and so focused on a single target audience or a single goal, they're able to deliver you more conversions and leads. And by that, we mean again, referencing the visitor's email address. Typically when they go to a landing page, the visitor will provide their email address. They'll type it into a form. And then once they submit their email address, they'll then get access to whatever it is they were promised, a downloadable ebook, some other resource. So it can deliver you more conversions and leads because it's so specific and it targets that specific audience. And you can really allow yourself to get very specific with the messaging, the imagery, and really everything else on that page, again, because it's targeted for one specific purpose. So, if you're trying to capture visitors' email addresses, instead of having a downloadable ebook or downloadable resource mentioned on your website's homepage or mentioned on your pricing page, instead you can create a static landing page specifically for this downloadable ebook or resource. And you can market this landing page to the specific audience that you're trying to target. So you can develop this targeted content for these specific audiences this way with these landing pages. And it can also provide you with actionable data. Google Analytics is a great tool. It's completely free. It's easy to connect and set up with your Brilliant Directories website. And so if you have Google Analytics, you can go over those analytics and you can really see how many people are going to the landing page itself, how many people are submitting the forms, and through all of this, you can see which campaigns, which resources you're providing are really driving you the most traffic and conversions. This way, you know what's working, what's not working, what's providing you with actionable leads and visitor email addresses, and what's not. And you can focus more of your energy on what's working and learn how to better target the audience that you're going after.
And in addition to that, usually what you're offering is some kind of expert advice or quick tips or blueprint or some kind of top 10 list that is basically clickbait for anyone who might be interested, again, in what the industry that your website is in or what your community is about. So, these landing pages, again, are a great way to get your foot in the door with people who might be interested in your final paid product, but they're just not ready to pay right now. So what you're going to deliver as the ebook or the tips demonstrate you as an industry expert, and it allows you to build that rapport with the people who are visiting the landing page, and then ultimately exchanging their email address for the content asset, media asset that you're delivering to them.
That's right. So there's 5 items that we want to go through that you'll need to set up this. We can refer to this as a funnel, starting from the landing page itself, uploading the downloadable ebook or resource PDF, whatever it might be, setting up the form so that you can capture the visitors' email addresses. So we'll go through all of these steps with you, show you how to set it up start to finish so that you can implement this on your own website, or maybe you've already implemented a landing page of sorts on your website, and maybe you'll get some new ideas from this presentation here, and you'll be able to implement those into your existing landing pages.
Now, we thought we were going to set this up before the webinar, but David and I chatted about it, and we thought it would be fun to just go through the entire process. We'll do the quick and simple one. We won't make it too elaborate, but we'll stick to the basics. And what's really interesting about this list is this is actually the order that you should go in to make the logical steps as efficient as possible. And you'll notice the last one here, number 5, is the actual landing page. So what we want to do before we get to step 5 is we actually want to do steps 1 through 4, which are setting up the infrastructure that will make the landing page work as it should. So step 1, and we'll go through these steps one by one. We're going to do this all together here on the webinar. Step 1 is to upload your ebook or PDF file into your media manager. So let's go ahead and do that together. Okay, so step 1, we're going to go into the media manager, and we have an ebook that we have available in the Brilliant Directories blog. We're just going to use that as the example here. So let's upload an image or PDF file. And here it is, a membership website checklist. And this one's a little big, it's about 2.5 megabytes. Just take a second to upload to the media manager. And it looks like it's uploaded. We'll go back to all media, and we're going to do something right now. We're going to right click with our mouse, and we're going to copy the URL. for this PDF. This is going to come in handy in just a moment. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put it in a little clipboard here on my notepad, so I just have it handy. That is the URL of the PDF. If we go there now together, we'll see the ebook is there. This is the ebook that people will be downloading. It's several pages long, and that is the URL for it. Now that it's added to the Media Manager, it can exist on the internet as something people can visit. All right, step 2, create a confirmation web page with a PDF download button. So after people give you their email address, we want to direct them generally to some kind of a thank you or success or confirmation page where they can proceed with downloading the ebook. And normally this is done with providing them with a button link to click on. So let's do that together now. We can go to the web page builder. And again, we're not going to create elaborate pages here. We're just going to do kind of quick and simple things. We'll create a new web page. And the URL will just be confirmation. And we'll create the title. We'll just call it form submitted and download ebook below. And just for fun, we'll turn this into, we'll give it a hero section. And we'll use a background image. And what we'll do is the font we'll make white. So this is the title text font. This is the title text. This will be the image. And then what we'll do is for the page content, that's all we'll do for the hero section. For the page content, I'll drop a block in. I could just drop a button in here. We'll just do that. You can definitely dress up the page with additional content, but we'll just put a button link here and we'll edit it and we'll say the URL is going to be the URL of the ebook. So I'll copy this and we'll edit this and the URL is going to be this. We can open in a new tab and we'll say click to download ebook. We'll update that and we'll add a little bit of styling. We'll make it a large button, which it is, and we'll toggle it full width. Okay, again, nothing fancy here. We'll go ahead and save this. Okay, let's visit the page. Okay, so he says form submitted, download ebook below. Again, you can probably make these pages a little nicer with some content, supportive text, give them some additional things to do. But if I click on this button now, it will take me to the ebook here in the browser. And of course, from the browser, you can, every browser is a little different, but you can go ahead and download it and save it to your computer or device. But we do now have a click to download ebook button. Now here's a tip. These pages will get indexed in Google, and we don't want really the confirmation pages to be indexed by Google and other search engines. So under the page options area, what we want to do is click on apply no index, no follow. What that is telling Google is don't save this page in your search results, and just it won't show in the Google search results basically. So we're not indexing this page. It won't be part of your sitemap and things like that. So only people who fill out the form, who come to the page directly, will have access to this page or be able to find this page. So under page options, it would be useful to click on apply no index, no follow if we want to hide this page from search engines like Google. So if people Google something, this page doesn't accidentally show up. Okay, that was step number 2. Step number 3 is sometimes when people fill out the form for an ebook, we also send a confirmation email in addition to sending them to a confirmation web page. So we can set up an email template for that. And what we'll do for this is go to emails, email templates. And it's going to be very similar to the process we just did for the web page. So we'll do new email template. And the subject line is, here is your ebook. And I'll use that as the template nickname as well. There can't be any spaces there. I'll just put ebook, there we go. And what's really cool is you can probably just use the draggable blocks. Again, you can decorate these emails as much as you want. but I'll just change the title here. Click to download ebook. What's nice once people exchange their email for something, you want to continue to give them more resources. So maybe not only do you provide them with a download ebook link, but you also provide them with links to your Facebook group or other areas where they can engage with your community. So I just use a draggable content block here, and we put this in here, and here we see another web link here. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this web link. And we'll say download ebook. And again, what I need is that link to the PDF, and I'm going to make that the URL. So that's just the key. Just get the right click on in the media manager, and it's in an email, so links automatically open in new tabs, but you can do click in new tab, and there we have that. All right, and if we want it to be a little fuller width, we could drag this. We could get rid of this cell actually altogether if we wanted to. You can delete this column. So you have clicked for ebook, and I'll go ahead and save the changes. Again, nothing too pretty here, just showing you the fundamentals of how to get that download link in an email here. Okay, so if we go back to our email templates, we should see now we have a custom email template, and the nickname is ebook. And we can see here is the ebook. So we have steps 1 through 3 completed. We've uploaded the PDF file to the media manager. We've created a confirmation web page, confirmation email. Now we want to click the form that visitors are going to fill out from the landing page. We're going to create that first. And in this case, I'll just do a simple form with their name and email, and we'll just use those, and maybe their phone number. So to create a new form, you can create forms for anything, surveys, things like that. Go to the form manager and click on new form. We're going to give it a nickname, ebook download. All right. Okay, and anytime you create a new form, it always starts you off with the basics, name, email, phone number, enter message, the Google reCAPTCHA to prevent or minimize spam. In this case, I'm just going to remove the enter message field that's here. We don't really need that. And I'll go ahead and save the changes. And this is a critical step. So if you're following along, pay attention here. The form is the item that does all the magic. So now that we have a form that's called ebook download, what we want to do is when this form is filled out, we want to redirect the user to that confirmation web page, and we want to select the email, the ebook email template that I just created, to be sent to the person who fills out this ebook download form. So where we do this is in the edit form settings. And in the first tab, it says what happens after form is submitted. So in this case, we want to redirect to another web page. So here it is, and you can actually add a small success message that'll flash right before while it's redirecting. So you enter the redirect URL, and the redirect URL is going to be that confirmation page we created. It says form submitted, download ebook below. This is after they submit the form. Okay. Thanks, one ebook coming right up. That's going to be the quick message that flashes as it's redirecting. Now, so that's going to take care of sending people to the confirmation web page. The second one are the email notifications. So the user notifications, person who's filling out the form, do we want to email them something after the submission? You may or may not want to. You may just want to send them to a confirmation page, or vice versa, only send them an email. But in this case, we're going to do both. So we're going to email user after submission, and then we can choose the email template we want to send. And we called that email template that I created ebook. Here it is at the bottom. All right, let's keep it. So now we're going to send them the email template called ebook. What's cool here also is you can send yourself, the admin, a notification email as well. So if you want to get pinged in your inbox anytime this form is submitted, anytime someone submits the ebook. You can turn this on, and what's easy is you can just send the same ebook message, or you can leave it at the default contact us. It'll kind of provide you with the information they filled out for that form. So that'll show you their name, their email, their phone number, whatever fields that form had. While we're here, you can also enter additional admin emails. So this will go to the owner of the site. You can enter additional admin emails to notify. So maybe you have staff members, if you're doing a contest or promotion and you created an application form and you need certain staff members to get notified when this form is filled out, you can add a comma-separated list of their emails here. Just do that, yep, and you can just continue adding emails there. So I'll turn these off and we'll go ahead and save the changes. And our form is done now. So now we have a form, the redirect page is set up, the email the user receives after the form submission is set up. Let's go back to the ebook download. So here's our ebook download. So now we've done steps 1 through 4. PDF file in the media manager, both confirmation assets, the email and the web page. The form is set up. Now we want to create the landing page, the public landing page that we want to advertise. We want people to share that page so people, as many people as possible, come to that landing page and fill out the form we just created. So let's do that together. Let's create that landing page. First thing I'm going to do is just copy the short code for the form. That's going to be the form equals ebook download. That's what we're going to put on the landing page so that this form renders and displays on the landing page. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the web page builder. We're kind of going to do what we did for the confirmation page, but instead of a download ebook button, we're going to put the form on that page. So what we can do is I'm actually going to just clone this page, the form submitted page, and we're going to call the URL new ebook, and get this ebook will be the title, and then we're going to say fill in the form to get this ebook. And what I'll do here is I'll actually delete this. I will unlink it and remove the text, and I will in this case use one of the draggable blocks, and I'll replace the image, I'll delete the image here, and I'm going to paste the short code form equals ebook download, download ebook here, and we'll just leave it like that. We'll create it real simple. The hero section, yep, everything's the same there, and I'll go ahead and save the changes. I'll give it a nickname, get this ebook. Now this is a public page, so in this case, under the page options, we don't necessarily want it to be no index, no follow here. We want it to be a public page. We want people to find this page. Let's take a look at this page together now. So again, we didn't do anything fancy here with the design. We just created a landing page. We actually don't need the button here because we want them to fill out the form. So I will unlink this and then delete the text. A little confusing there with the button. Go ahead and save it again, and we'll refresh the page. You can add images here. Let's actually do that together. I have an image we can add here that maybe is a picture of the ebook. So what we can do is we can find an image here. Let's say this is the ebook, and we'll go ahead and save that. So we just added an image here just to spruce it up a little bit more. And there we go, here it is. Now, if you're ever noticing that one side is higher than the other, here's a tip for you in the web page builder. What it's trying to do is put everything in the middle here. We can see this is in the middle of the cell. What you can do is you can click here, and what we can do is vertical align. You can set it to top. You do that for both of them. Vertical align, set it to top, and it's going to push everything to the top rather than trying to center them in the middle of the cells. And we'll see what that does here. Let me save those changes. And we can see here it's trying to center the form with this taller image and everything here. But if I click vertical align top, now the form is here. So we'll go ahead and fill out this form, Jason at jason.com. We're asking for the phone number, and I'm not a robot, and we will submit the message. Hopefully everything works. There we go. Thanks, one ebook coming up. Now it's taken us to the form submitted page. I didn't put an actual email in there, but I would have gotten the email there as well. And I see the click to download ebook button. The cycle is done for the user. So you can advertise your landing page to your heart's desire, get people to fill out that form as much as possible, and you're going to be delivering them an asset such as the ebook here. Now, here's the best part. The best part is you're the admin of the site. You want to track all the people who have filled out this ebook. Who are they? You want to download them, and everyone can do that. You can see them in your email section under Forms Inbox. When you create a new form, if you don't make any database modifications to it, I didn't do anything there, we can actually see the inquiry here of what I just filled out. The form that was filled out was ebook download. The person who filled it out was jason@jason.com. It shows you the origination page where that form was filled out. And then you can actually view the full inquiry here. This was that admin email. I said if you wanted your admin or staff to get an email, this is what they would get. So you actually get all the information, Jason at Jason, the phone number. Those are the 3 pieces of information I filled out. So you have that here. And when you're looking at Forms Inbox and all the inquiries that live here, you can actually filter by form. So in this case, we can look at everyone who filled out the ebook download. And there it is there. And then you have a few list actions. You can create a smart list from this. So you can create a dynamic smart list of everyone who's filled out the ebook download, and you can start sending newsletters to that smart list. And you can also export the results. And that will export all the metadata of the inquiry, the person's name, the phone number, and additional information. So if there were thousands of results here or hundreds of results, you can get all of that not only into a smart list, but also into an Excel or CSV file export that you can then use. Maybe you want to import them to a third party or just have it to share with your staff and things like that. So that really completes the cycle. And you can see why I started with uploading the PDF file to the Media Manager, and we just built upon that with steps 1 through 5 here. David, did I leave anything out? I know that was a mouthful right now.
I think you covered it. It takes a few steps to set up, but once you have it set up for the visitor, it's a pretty seamless process.
That's right. And I think we did a good job just breaking it down into these 5 steps. 5 is a nice round number. Everyone likes to see that. And you don't need to have the confirmation web page and the confirmation email. You could choose to just have one or the other. In this case, we covered both. So you could even eliminate one of the steps from here. And what we'll do there is take some questions and answers. This is an open forum now. We can ask about the tip of the week, any of the updates, any assistance with your own website. And we'll start with Maurice.
Yes, how y'all doing? This is my first time. I'm a complete newbie,
Okay.
So be gentle, please.
I will. Let me ask you as a newbie, again, the platform has a lot of built-in features. What did you think of the tip of the week? Obviously, there's a learning curve, but how did you feel about that?
Excellent. I haven't tried it as of yet. Tried anything as of yet.
Okay. Okay. What's your question for us today?
With the 5 sites that I bought, I have not started working on any of them as of yet. I do plan on starting them very, very soon. Is that going to be a problem?
Not a problem. It sounds like you have the lifetime website plan. So really the beauty of that is you can kind of work at your own pace. I'd always recommend starting with one project, getting, it sounds like you still have some learning to do on the platform, which is fine. There's some videos to help you out there, but I'd start with one project, gain some traction on that one, get familiar with the platform, and that's usually the best way to get started.
Thought I saw a site that you already had available that we could just go in there and totally make it ours, and then all of a sudden an hour or two later it would reset itself.
I think you're referring to the demo site that people can play around on, and then it resets every hour. Demobootstrap.com. That's a great reference. It's basically loaded with a bunch of dummy content, just to give you an idea of what your site might look like once you add some members and posts. But I think what might help you out, Maurice, I want to give you links to the getting started videos here, the quick start videos, Maurice. These should be helpful in getting you started with the basics and getting started there. This would be a great place to get started, and it kind of sets you, again, basic website setup, design, connecting your domain name. And then once you're done with that, Maurice, if you're looking for strategy and tips for your website, I would also recommend, I know there's a lot of videos and it takes time and stuff, so this is when you have the free time. The BD blog is a pretty helpful resource. There's things like your pre-launch checklist to kind of help you save time. And then some tips here, these are more around marketing, like how to motivate your members to complete their profiles. We cover topics like member retention, how much to charge your members. We talk about some pricing strategy concepts there. So for anyone who's kind of looking for a refresher or just have some time to watch some videos that could help you out, I did just share a link to the BD blog there as well. So I hope that helps you out there, Maurice. All right, we have our good friend Eric. Eric, it's really great to see you here in the webinar. I've unmuted your mic.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Good to see you here, Eric. How's it going?
Yeah, good. For the forms, but within the forms section itself, is there a way to, within the form settings, set a tag so that anybody who fills it out is automatically tagged with a keyword, with a smart list tag?
Okay, so if they're a member of your site, there is a search here for forms, the forms they've submitted or forms they haven't submitted yet. So we should be able to search, and by the way, see, this is a easier search here. So I could search for ebook. So search for members who have submitted the ebook download, and there are no members who have submitted it because I just filled it out once. But what you can do is there doesn't have to be anyone here right now. You can create a smart list from this, and as members fill out the form, that's why it's a dynamic smart list. It'll automatically add people to that smart list as long as they filled out this the ebook download form. Now, for people who are not members, just public visitors of your site, if you just go to the forms inbox.
Yeah, so it's all by form right now.
Yeah, it's all, yeah. So, but that's the thing. If you just select ebook download and create a smart list based on that, as more people fill out this form, it will add them to that smart list automatically. So again, if 1,000 people have filled out this form, but I created the smart list even before the first person did, it will continuously add people who fill out the ebook download form to that smart list. So this would capture, this method, actually I should have started with this. This method will capture members or public visitors who fill out the ebook download form, and then you can email to all of them newsletters or export them just the same.
And that would apply to previous people who, like if we already have a bunch of people in there who filled out a form, we can put them in that list.
You can create the smart list at any time. Yeah, as long as they're showing here as somebody who filled out one of these forms, you can create the smart list at any time, and it'll just populate it with the, however many people filled out that form so far.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah. All right. Always good stuff. Good. Always good stuff, and good to hear from Eric. All right. Shelly's got her hand up.
Hello.
How are you today? Where are you calling in from?
Portland, Oregon.
All right. Thank you for joining the webinar. What's your question for us today?
So I'm pretty new to this. First off, I have 2 sites that I purchased. I've been working on the first one.
Great.
But they're both going to have very similar settings and usages and even branding. I'm wondering, is there a way for me to just copy a site once it's done and then make adjustments from there?
Yeah, a lot of people that have multiple sites, let me get to where I'm trying to go here. We have a clone my site service, and here it is here. I'll share a link to that. So a lot of people, especially when they have more than even like 10 sites, you know, they're creating sites for multiple cities and things like that. They'll create what we call like a flagship site, and they might not want to clone everything. So what you can do is you can get this service to clone my site. I'll put the link here in the chat. There's a promo code that goes along with this, get 25. It'll get you 25% off on that. But you can take your flagship site and clone it to your second BD website in your example, and they'll ask you what pieces and parts of the site you want to be cloned. Usually you could just clone the whole thing, but they'll ask you, do you want to clone the members? Do you want to, you know, clone the design settings? And then from there, you can, once it's cloned, you can make your minor modifications to the alternate site, and that should help speed things up if you're trying to, you know, clone a site and just makes a few changes on the alternate site.
Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I see Sean. Sean's got her hand up, or his, I think it's a she, he. Sean?
Definitely a woman. How are you?
Okay. Hey, how are you today? Yeah, I thought I recognized it. Wasn't, I don't know if it was like Sean or anyways. Thanks for joining the webinar. What's your question for us?
So my question is, I'm looking for a way to seamlessly like connect my BD to my ConvertKit, and that is for either the newsletter or just, you know, my updates and in my email campaigns. Is there, because they're saying basically to either put a coding on to BD to where when someone submits a newsletter, it directly goes to them, or I can manually make a landing page on their platform and then get like a smart list downloaded and upload it to theirs, which it seems like it's a lot of work. Is there a workaround for that?
Yeah, okay. So ConvertKit is like, it's kind of like a MailChimp where they give you the form and you could put that form on any other website, and it's, is that what it is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right. I'm going to use a YouTube video in this example. However, what you can do, the same concept applies, okay? Let me just get the embed code for a YouTube video. I'm going to show you what you can do on a landing page, okay? So here's a video on YouTube. Now, the ConvertKit for your form, they're going to give you kind of like an embed code, right? Just like YouTube gives you the embed code for video that's meant to be copy and pasted on other websites. So let's use the landing page we just created as an example here. So here is the Get This ebook page. Let's view it. And what I'm going to do in this example is replace the form here with the YouTube embed code, okay? But you're going to use the ConvertKit embed code when you do this, okay? So there's a couple ways to do it. Here's the landing page I created. And I'm going to show you the way I think is like the most reliable way is go to your widget manager actually, okay? And what you're going to do here is you're going to create a new widget for your site. And we're going to call this, I don't know how to spell it, but ConvertKit form embed code. And just paste the ConvertKit form embed code into this area here. Okay, in this case, this is the YouTube video embed code. But again, imagine this is the ConvertKit form embed code. I'm going to save the changes. And the page is going to reset. Open Sesame. Okay, here it is. Custom widgets. We have a custom. Now this widget is holding the embed code that is going to be from ConvertKit. What you want to do is under Actions, click on Copy Shortcode. Okay, that's copied to my clipboard now. And in this example, I'm just going to replace the form shortcode with the widget equals ConvertKit form embed code. I'm going to save my changes. And the reason I say this is the most reliable way is usually if you try to copy embed code directly into this text editor, it kind of gets scrambled up with the text editor code and it doesn't render properly on the live website. But when you do it in a widget, it's like, it's fail-proof almost. So now if we visit the page here, we can see the YouTube video is here. And this could just the same be rendering your ConvertKit embed code just like that. So 2 steps is go to your toolbox, make a new widget, drop your ConvertKit embed code in there, and then put the widget shortcode on a landing page. And then you have your ConvertKit code that would be rendered here, and whatever settings you've created in your ConvertKit for this form will happen after this form is filled out. Does that make sense? Too much? I think we lost your sound. We did lose your sound. All right, Sean, but that was a good question. Yeah, I think we lost, oh, yep, she dropped altogether. All right, but that was a good question for anyone who's looking to embed code from any third-party solution, MailChimp, Constant Contact, ConvertKit. Those tools are meant to be embedded on other websites, and this method where you create a custom widget and then put the widget shortcode on a landing page is really the quickest way to get that embed code there and get it to render properly. All right, good stuff there. We got time for another question or two. See, David's got his hand up here. Looks like you're self-muted, David. How are you?
Well, first of all, I want to say, love your engagement. Been through lots of your videos. We have already an established directory service, which we have, many millions of memberships in there right now. And we're looking for a new platform that allows for a lot of the kind of stuff that you guys do here already. I mean, you guys do a great job with engagement, and you take care of the directory piece and we deal with the data. Well, we have agreements with other companies for the data that our directory's been collecting over the years. My question is about the legalities of the data. If we bring over all of our records into Brilliant Directories, who owns that data? Do we have exclusive rights on that and the structures that we build around it?
Yeah, so Brilliant Directories doesn't own any of your data, your member data, the whatever data you collect. We're basically your online technology partner in the sense that we're just going to keep the engine running for you, the software, the platform running for you. We don't use your member data. We don't. There's no. We don't own any of the IP for your data. We're just a software we're the SaaS solution, software as a service that's powering your website and keeping it online. So with regards to data and your users' information and things like that, that's always 100% yours.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
All right. Good question there, David. Good. And it sounds like you got a big project going on there. So definitely wish you the best of luck. All right. Well, great webinar. Thank you, David, for the tip of the week, how to create landing pages to download ebooks and resources. If we went through a lot of big stuff today, we'll post a link in the Facebook group for the YouTube replay that should be available instantly for everyone. Lots of fun lab updates and lots of updates coming soon. Really looking forward to the 25 new pre-made elements for the web page builder. If we didn't get to your question today, please feel free to join us in the Facebook group. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. Please continue the discussions there. And on behalf of myself, David, and the entire Brilliant Directories family, thank you guys so much for joining us. The next webinar will be in 2 weeks. Can you believe it? We're already almost halfway through September of 2021. So we'll catch you guys in 2 weeks. Have a great day and a brilliant week. Take care. Bye-bye.